Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah al-Kareem. I welcome you all, boys and girls. This is Abdul Ahad, your physics teacher. Okay, so today's class is just about review. I'm just going to walk through the questions and their answers. Those questions we just, I just sent you for an assignment number 5. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, most of you have responded. Good job, mashallah. I just read the answers as well. But you need to add for a few more things in your answer. Okay, so on the screen we have that question. Okay, so the question says the diagram shows typical values for the percentage energy losses from a house. So this is a house diagram. Okay, and they have given you the percentage. Okay, the percentage of heat loss from various parts of the house: roof, window, floor, doors and walls. Each part has its own contribution. Okay, so the first question in subdivision A, it says most energy is lost through. That is, they're asking you to find out which part of the house is allowing the heat, most of the heat, to escape. Okay, so when you look at the diagram, it's too easy. It's quite easy, right? So here the answer is here: walls 35%. So this is the answer. Okay, so the walls are those places, or walls are those segments of the house which allow the heat, most of the heat, to escape. So the answer is C, correct? Then the next subdivision B, it says the total percentage energy lost from the roof and the window is, the answer is too easy here again. So we just have to add the percentage of roof plus the percentage of window. So the percentage of roof is 30 and the percentage of window is 10%. So 30 plus 10 is 40. So the answer is D, correct? So this question is pretty easy, right, boys and girls? But next question is tricky. Okay, you have to write in terms of all those keywords and the right definition. So C, question number C, they say that insulation is used to reduce energy losses from houses. Insulating material often consists of fibers with air between them. Okay, so it consists of fibers with air. So this is the material. Now you have to write in terms of the material. Okay, so always remember, the answer you're writing, you have to write in terms of the material which has been given in the question. How it should be written, inshallah, I'll tell you now. The diagram shows a section through some insulating material. Okay, so this is the material. Okay, so in between these two layers, you have an air trap between fibers. So this is a fiber, this is a wavy thing. This wavy thing is nothing but fiber, and in between these fibers the air is present and it is trapped. Okay, now what kind of answer you have to write? Now you have to write that conduction, because the question is regarding conduction. Let me read the question. Explain how this type of insulation reduces energy loss by conduction. Okay, so they're asking you how energy losses are reduced by conduction. Okay, so now you have to start your answer by writing conduction takes place only in solids. Okay, now here in insulation, what are the materials they are using? Fiber and air. So you have to write that fibers, or they are bad conductors or good insulators. Okay, so that is why heat is not transferred. Okay, that's number one. And point number two is you have to write about air. So how is air with regards to conduction? Again, air is a bad conductor and a good insulator. Okay, so now you have to write about the air. Let me show you the answer from the marking scheme. Right, so you have to write that fibers are good insulators and bad conductors, whereas air is also a bad conductor and good insulator. Okay, so but you have to start your answer by saying that conduction requires solids like metals, does not occur in gases. Okay, so you have to write in terms of the material which has been provided. Okay, so I hope you don't have any doubts in this, inshallah. Okay, right? Okay, so let's move to the next question. Explain how this type of insulation reduces energy loss by convection. Now when it comes to convection, now you have to write that convection takes place in fluids like gases and liquids. Okay, so and it doesn't take place in vacuum as well. So how you have to write in terms of this question is uh, that is, you have to look at this the this keyword, that is air is trapped between fibers. See, when air is trapped, convection doesn't happen, correct? So you have to write that the air is trapped, and because of that, convection currents, they don't happen, they don't occur, and that is why convection, uh, heat reduction, that is heat transfer to convection doesn't happen. Okay, so just look at the answer key. Okay, so it reduces, the trap air reduces the formation of convection currents. Okay, the air cannot move. Okay, so if you write these points, you get full marks for this, because I told you earlier that the examiner looks at the keywords. Like for example, here in the second question, the keywords are stopping or reducing the convection currents. Okay, and the keywords here is also air is the insulation, is in the insulation, it cannot move. Okay, so this is how you have to write the answer. Okay, you have to write in terms of the correct keywords. You don't have to write whatever comes in your mind. You have to write in terms of the keywords. Okay, so here is an example. This is an answer written by a student. Okay, so let us discuss what this particular student has written, what mistakes this person has done. Okay, so the answer for the question number C is, as the brick is an insulator, it stops conducting, and the gap between the two walls stops conduction, because conduction needs a metal medium to travel, it cannot transfer heat in vacuum. Okay, so this answer is quite good, but what you need to add is, you need to add about the fiber. Okay, and yeah, you need to write also air. You need to write about the air, that is, air is poor conductor. Okay, then let's move on to the next one. Explain how using insulating material can reduce heat loss by convection. Convection cannot occur here because the glass fiber or the wool traps air molecules, so the molecules can't circulate, as convection happens through circulation of fluid or air. Their convection cannot occur. Okay, this answer is quite good, but you don't have to add this word molecule. You don't have to add this word molecule. There is no need to add molecules here. Okay, so you don't just have to write that convection currents, they don't happen here because the air is trapped inside the fiber. Okay, so that's it. Alhamdulillah, I think the review is enough. If you have any other doubts, inshallah, you can just post your doubts. Inshallah, I'll be trying to clear your doubts, and inshallah, next class, we won't have next class, but we'll have a test on this this chapter, inshallah. This easy